The first thing I want y'all to do is go to your Blackboard, and I actually put the web addresses here. I was trying to put in the one that says do this first. Y'all need to do that now, and we're going to sign up. You have to use a legitimate web address. So where it says sign up for SAP University Alliances, click on that and it will take you to the page, and the first thing you need to do is click on register, and that's up here at the top. Do y'all see that? Okay.
So we go to our course and we do what?
You'll click on sign up for SAP University Alliances and go to University Alliances.
Is that on one of the weeks?
Yes, ma'am. It's on this week, week 12.
I hadn't heard of it.
You're good. And click on register. And when you click on register, this does give you all the stuff. You have to fill out the stuff with the blue stars. So salutation, put something in. First name, last name, email. Must be for real email. The password, it has to be big. It has to have capital letters. It has to have a number in it. It has to be fairly long. So if y'all already have a password that's crazy long already, that has a capital, a number, and mine even also has a weird thing like an exclamation point or something. And then write it down, because most likely it's going to be something you don't use all the time. So because you have to get in, this is how you get in every time. You'll have to know this password.
And it could be any, just our name and an email and.
Yes, but it needs to be an email that you actually can use, because you can't get in until you verify. In other words, they'll send you a verification email. So it needs to be something, well, some of us just make up random emails because we don't want to be emailed.
Oh, I see.
Like abc123 at you got me. I don't know. The company is going to be Alvin Community College.
What's their street?
3110.
Let's get right.
You got that memorized now, huh? All right. And industry. Oh, wait. City zip 77511, correct? Country, United States. State, Texas. Industry, you will have to choose higher education research.
Higher education.
Yes, ma'am.
What was the state thing? Nothing?
The state is Texas.
Oh.
Relationship to SAP, choose student. And that's important. Okay. Contact preferences, you can say yes to email, no to telephone. If you're like me, I don't like being called. Check, I acknowledge, but then you actually have to scroll all the way down. So grab that vertical scroll bar and scroll all the way down. And then check, I have read.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then hit register, which I can't hit register, but I'll grab Jeffrey.
I wanna know how they made it so that you had to scroll all the way down.
Yeah, I know. It's like, man.
Do that. I know how they did the clerk.
Okay, Jeffrey, do you see yours? The salutation. You need to,
Oh, I had to have.
and I've got you up here so that Phyllis can see what to do because I can't actually fill one out. I already filled out one for me and one for John just to see what y'all have run into. Also, is that how you spell your first name?
No.
Just in case they give you a hard time. And I would say you might need to redo your password now. And then try resubmitting.
I don't remember.
Do you remember what you put?
Yeah.
Sweet. And then hit register. And then hit close. And then you need to go to your email and open that up. Make another tab. Don't lose this tab. Just make another tab.
My husband's company just started using it. But he doesn't get to use all of it.
Yeah, but he can tell them that you know how. Or all of it, nobody's going to, it's rare that anybody's ever going to use all of it. There's like 5 modules. So it just depends on what module he's going to be. Does he know which section?
Well, he doesn't get to mess with it at all.
At all?
Yeah, he's.
Oh.
He
So
doesn't
then he needs to
computer.
tell them you know how because it's new. They're going to need people in there.
We'll see.
You can write on your resume, not that you know SAP because it's massive and we're just doing 4 weeks, but you can say something like, yes, familiar with. That's perfect. I've been thinking all weekend how we would put that on our, but familiar, yes, familiar with was perfect.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't imply that you know everything, but
Right.
you
That you
are familiar.
been in it.
Yes, perfect. Jeffrey is our wordsmith of the day.
Not that I want to work with him, but.
Well, and y'all would necessarily, if you're doing SAP and he's somewhere, y'all probably would never see each other.
Yeah.
Unless he was your boss, and that would never be good.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
I wouldn't handle that very well myself.
It wouldn't.
Yeah. When you get the email pulled up, there's a blue button in the middle of it, and you'll click on that to confirm that you're legit. It should be, yeah, at the top. Mm-hmm. And I worked through this handout I made y'all the other day, and it was a piece of cake. It's kind of like a combination of, it's kind of like Access, the report function of Access, what this beginning handout is. All right, hit continue. Yay! And you are successfully logged on, and life is grand. Okay, so then from there, come down to official product tutorials on your Blackboard. So you should have a Blackboard link. And if you'll click on official product tutorials,
Am I logged in?
You should already, oh, yes, ooh, good one. It'll say if is this what you want to use as your username? If yes, then just log in. Make sure you write that down so you remember what it is. Okay. All right. Now, you can come in here and search for stuff, but I'm telling you now, the search engine in here is a pain in the patootie. So on your Blackboard page, I put official product tutorials. It's easier to find it that way.
Actually, when you hit log in, it takes you right to it.
Oh, did it really?
It took me right to it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so if you went straight to this page, it took you to this page?
Where I am.
Sweet.
Yeah, mine looks like yours.
Okay, so if you end up here, awesome, life is grand.
Go back.
And if not, then just go to your Blackboard and click on the link I gave you. It's like it's kind of random when stuff, because like I'll do the same search criteria and I'll get a totally different page. All right.
But if we do that, we have to log in.
Okay. Oh, then go ahead and log in. You're not already logged in?
Yes, but not from the same.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? We're not. If we go to
Oh,
your link,
mine
we're not
does
logged
say guest. So go ahead and log in.
Mine says what?
in. Oh, now mine says I'm logged in.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind.
Let me log in as my son. So I know exactly what y'all are running to. What did I make him?
What did you make here?
I don't know. Poor
Yeah,
guy.
I'm gonna go over how to download this on my laptop too.
All right.
Ooh, they got all these tutorials. I just want everything.
All right. I am totally open to suggestions because we're trying to figure this out. This is my idea for homework. Y'all are going to do 2 sections this week and 3 sections each week after that. Each section, notice how small, they're not long. Here, that one's 2 minutes, 6 minutes, 2 minutes. So they're short. And when I total up to do an hour, it was over half. So that's less than an hour's worth of work. We're going to do these handouts first so that, because the videos I went through had no files connected. All right. So I'm going to give you this. You're actually going to turn in this. At the end of those, if there's a way to prove that you did it, maybe take a screenshot to turn it in. In other words, they're going to probably pretty much be I did it grades, not, does that make sense? Until,
Well, then it's probably a good thing there's only 4 of us,
yes,
because I think you can figure out
Four-
whether or not we're
four
interested in
honest-
doing it.
4 honest people. And I have a book that I've ordered that should be here today. And I will probably use that to teach from, make assignments from. I don't know that we'll actually have it for real exam, because I would rather spend time learning more stuff than do it for real exam. I'm thinking the final exam is going to be, and I hope bunch them because I figured y'all might want to hang on to these. There is a lot of good reading stuff in this. I would suggest that you read them. Right now we're just going to run through it.
Give me some-
Oh, okay. And I did do them front and back.
She is so freaking cute.
She is.
I love her.
This has, the way they said or described this is that it had all the educational materials you could use. The only one I could find with actual files and handouts was this one. So as y'all are digging through this, if y'all happen to find another, holler at me and I will print it out so y'all can put it into a notebook and have it to hang on to. Alright? So, we have all of these. If you want to do more, because I know some of y'all just really want to cram in as much as possible, you can go to YouTube and there's actually an official link to YouTube videos from here down at the, nope, they're not showing it here. But here's several different videos here. There are YouTube videos on YouTube. Hello. But you know what I'm saying. So if y'all want to do more, there is nothing wrong with doing everything on this whole page and then going to YouTube and find some more. Or clicking around on here, because there's all kinds of different things. I mean, there's like tons of stuff y'all can click around and find. And if y'all find something that would turn into a really good handout, let me walk you through kind of lesson, let me know, and then we'll do that. All right? That good? All right. So the handout that I have here, let's go ahead. If you want to put this on your computer, I have the file so that we can put it on your computer. But you have to have Office 2010 or lower.
Oh, so I could put it on my desktop then,
Yes.
because I think I have 2010.
Yes. And I have the file. So if you'll bring, the file is actually on, I put it on y'all's drive, on y'all's student drive. Can you get to the student drive from, or you can put it on your flash drive. I did make,
So if we put it on our flash drive, we just download it and then download it onto our computer?
yeah, just copy it over.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to show you. I made an SAP thing in our, this turn me into liar. I did not put it in here. I can though. Oh wait, I did put it somewhere.
That says Crystal something or other.
This is this lesson. I put it somewhere. Oh, I think I put it in the G drive. Y'all don't have access to that because I had to give it to the guys.
So it is in the G drive. Would it be on all the computers or just the
Yes,
computer?
find the SAP folder on. Oh, so y'all can get to that.
Yeah.
SAP folder on the G drive. It's in there. I had to do that so the tech guys can get to
Download
it.
that to our flash drive and that's as simple as it is.
Just copy it to your flash drive and then stick it in and hit double click on it and let it walk you through.
Okay.
All right. You okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. So then let's go. So then your homework is going to be the first two sections there. So for now, let's go ahead and open up. And now I have to steal. I grabbed that. I took over that computer way down there. Oh, hold on. That's Jeffrey.
That's fine, that's fine, I just walk.
No. Okay. So let me get out of. Let me take over this one. I do recommend that y'all read all of that stuff
And you handed this.
on the handout that I just gave you. Yes, and let me get out of this. It is the old format, so it's kind of funny looking because we're not used to that anymore. Okay, click on this, Start menu, All Programs, and then the Crystal Reports folder. And then since it's a evaluation thing, you have to go through this every time you open it, and it thinks, oh, did it run through loading files for y'all?
Are we double clicking on the bill?
What did it do for y'all? Yeah, just say okay. Click on Crystal Reports 2011. Yes, ma'am.
Double or one?
Just. Yeah. And say okay. Alright, so it looks like once a day it's gonna go through all 618 files to load it up. Okay? Alright, so then on the handout it does give you some good information. It is written by somebody whose English is not their first language. So I fixed a couple of things that were kind of obvious, but it gives you a scenario of how this would be used. So I would recommend reading that, but I'm not going to read to you. Okay. They also, I'm just going to do the walkthrough on click on this, and then let y'all read through it because I also have a lynda.com tutorial, and he's a really good, he knows the program. So he talks and we can click, but we can only do that in this class because that's not the intended use for it. So, yes. So, on page 5, the stuff I just gave you, we've already opened up Crystal Reports 2011. All right. Down at the bottom of that page, it kind of gives you information about each one of the things. The standard report, crosstab, mailing labels, all of those things that you actually do in the report section of Access. And all of y'all done Access, so I almost want, yeah, it's good. It'll be easier for y'all to understand. So when you turn the page 6, it says, for the purpose of this tutorial, we create a report without the wizard. So right now, the first thing you want to do is click on blank report. And that's at the top. And notice how this looks like. Now, we didn't mess with the design view unless you've taken, none of y'all taken the full semester. In the full semester Access, we actually do a whole lot in the design view, but this is what the back side of the report looks like. Okay? So in this case, this is where you browse for your data sources, and since this tutorial came with files, they are in your SAP directory in the student drive. Does that make sense? So we want to click on create a new connection, click on the plus sign, and maybe I should read directions. A list of available sources are displayed. Click next to database files on the plus sign next to database files. And then we get to go to the one that we need. So you're going to click on the down arrow and go to the N drive, data folder, our folder, SAP. Okay? Is everybody there?
N drive?
Yes.
Hers is showing it's not.
Is it not letting you go to it? No? Can you double click on it? It's not even letting you double click on it. Okay, go to data now.
Why does it have an X on it?
I don't know, it does that sometimes. Yeah. I'm almost wondering if the guy, when they came and installed Office 2011, if they remembered to exit out. Computer apps 2. Down. There. 1341, yeah. And then SAP. And then GBI. Okay. Double click on GBI to open that one up. Notice it has an access key on there, just like so this stuff would actually work in Access also. So I still stand with, if you learn Access, you'll be able to figure out SAP. But now that I've actually seen SAP, I'm glad I've been telling everybody the truth all this time. All right, you want to click on Distribution Channel. Y'all see that one? Click on that one time and then hit the move over. Okay? and it'll show where it is at. Oh, you know what? We might need to move this all into our drives before we start doing it.
What? Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I know in Access it won't let more than one person work on the file at the same time. We'll see how this works. Distribution channel, transfer it over, and then it wants you to do all the rest of them. GBI, and it works just like in Access. You can click on GBI, hold your shift key down, and slide down to sales organization and click, and then hit your move over. So it'll actually do them all. The control key works the same too. All right. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files. Okay, y'all good?
I keep trying to just move the file.
Oh, just click once. If the shift key is click at the top and click at the end. All right. Then just move. Hold your shift key down. And now click on the last one. Yeah, let go. And now hit the arrow over. Perfect. 6. All right. And then click on Okie Dokie. And now, remember in Access it had how it had the relationships. You remember? Okay, this is the same thing. It has the relationships. So let's see. Drag the database expert screen to resize it so you can see everything. So you can come to the corner and make it big enough so you can see it all. And you can grab the title bar and move it over. This working from another computer is kind of weird. It's a little delayed. All right. All right, you will notice that the database expert has predicted most of the links between tables, however, due to the same field having different names, like sales org and sales organization. In different tables, the database expert was not able to predict this link. You will have to create this link manually. So click in sales org. So sales org here in the sales organization table. And this actually didn't work this way. I had to do it backwards, but we're going to try it. Drag the selected field to sales organization in the GBI transactions. So we're going to slide this, grab with your left mouse button, drag to sales organization, and that didn't work. Okay, so I clicked on sales organization and drag it down to sales org, and that worked for me. So I did it backwards.
Yeah.
All right, did that work for y'all too? Okay, so I would say, I mean, you got to figure whoever wrote this, English is not their first language, and whoever, yeah. So you kind of have to just think stuff through. All right. Click OK to continue.
Does it matter that my line's going the opposite direction?
Nah. Because you can grab them and move it around just like you can in Access. Okay. A blank report screen in design mode appears. I'm on page 9 of the handout. And this is our blank report. And if you click on this start page button, you can click over here. Oh, nope, that's not what I want to do. So go back to report. In a second, they'll have 2 things that we can jump back and forth between. Maximize your crystal report. And mine was restored down, so I'm going to maximize this way. Okay. And screen components, it goes through and explains each one of these. Each ribbon, or in this case now it's icon bars because it's the old form. So each icon bar has something different, just like he does in old Microsoft. So the report header is the section generally used for report titles and stuff. And notice how it has the the dotted line in between each section. So in between, this is going to be one type of icon bar here. And this is another type of icon bar here. So wherever there is that dotted line, it's the end of one or the beginning of the next icon bar. And it does in the directions that says go to the report footer, go to the details, go to, okay. Oh, no, I'm lying to you. They're not talking about the icon bars right now. Here they're talking about these: report header, page header, details, report footer, page footer. And whatever you put in each of these, it's going to show up on the report there, just like in Access. But I still stand by these icon bars. They call them by name, and you need to kind of figure out which one it is. It'll make it go faster. Okay. On page 10, in the page footer, so that's this bottom section here. It says usually contains a page number and other information. You want at the bottom of the page. So another area of the Crystal Reports Design tab is the Field Explorer, and that's this panel over here. And you can expand these so you can see each of the fields already. So it says click next to the database fields. So we're going to click on database fields, the plus sign.
Why don't I have that?
You don't? For real?
For real.
Oh, you don't. Okay, so let's see. Go to try view maybe. And Field Explorer. That was a good question to have because or a good problem to have. Well, because you know we're going to run into it, so it's better that we run into problems here than at home alone. Oh, that's true. All right. All right, so click the plus sign next to distribution channel, and that's going to expand out so you can see the fields that are in that table. Right, and y'all remember, is this easy enough to remember from Access how that stuff runs? Fields and tables, and y'all good? Yes?
Okay. It's been a while since I took that class.
Within each table, you have fields. And so like if I had a table of students, then I would have a field like first name, last name, phone number. Those are all fields. And each student would be one record. And so I would fill in first name field for you, second name field for you. Okay, so that's what, so these are, this is the distribution channel table. And these are the two fields they have. And by pulling these fields onto the report, it's going to spit out all the information for each record in that whole table. Okay. So it says click next to distribution channel. We did that. Inserting. Right click material. Oh, repeat the process for each one. So go ahead and hit the plus sign to each one. Now, I really don't like having this many open at one time because it just kind of gets on my nerves. But we're following directions since this is all new. It's not quite time to start experimenting. Right-click on material in the material table. So go to the material table. And then you have the material field. And we are going to right-click that just like it says. And then it says Browse Data. So we're going to click on Browse Data. And it gives us all the data that is in that field. Okay, so this is all of the material. And then we're going to hit close because we're so excited we saw all that. But now we're going to drag material into the far left of the details. So we're going to click on material with our left mouse button, grab it and drag it into details. And notice you have a yellow bar following you around, right? So then you're going to drop it. And in the details, it also sticks a header up here in page header. So that's going to be your heading. And here's going to be actual information right there. Okay? Y'all good? Yes? Huh. Okay, so hit delete because I'm not really sure what happened. Click on it again. Click on the yellow thing.
Interesting. Can I try something? Cause like somehow you got an empty box and it's gone. Alright. Okay. So just grab it, now grab it and drag it over. And then drop it in details.
Not all the way over.
Right, not all the way over. Just like there. Perfect.
That's what I think I did.
You went too far over?
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a way to fix that, but I don't know yet. But that's okay. The more y'all mess.
Consider this fixed, so.
All right. So notice that material appears, and that says all the stuff I just told y'all. Material description is next. Notice that there's a check mark next to that material that you just used, so you know it's actually in the report.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So drag material description into the details section, adjacent or adjacent, however you say it. Nobody seems to agree. I like adjacent. And we'll put right next to, which is an easier word, next to the material. So you should have them side by side, right?
Yes.
All right. Previewing a report. Once you've previewed it, then from then on, it's a piece of cake to preview. You want to find the standard toolbar, and it's the what do you call it? Magnifying glass. Thank you. And these are so little, doing it from here. Magnifying. And tell me if y'all find it.
Isn't that the one next to the printer?
Next to the printer?
I don't know.
There's two magnifying.
That would make sense. Oh, yes, ma'am, you're right. Absolutely.
Preview, the other one is HTML preview.
Okay. Mine's like what she was saying. To the right of the printer is the print preview for me. Is that not for y'all? Yes? Okay. Click on that. Thank you, ma'am. Now it shows you the report that you just made. So here's your material. Here's the list of all your materials that we saw when we right-clicked it, correct? And here's the list of the descriptions. Okay? Notice you have your ruler. Notice the RH, the PH, the D, that's all. So RH is, and it tells you report header, page header, description, details,
Where's the ruler?
and report footer. Do y'all see all those on the sides?
Got it back, I had to add my Go to the view.
What happened?
Send me my ruler.
Awesome. Now, notice here, do you see the design tab and the preview tab? Okay, so from now on, you can jump back and forth. So you can click on design, and you go to there. Yeah, and now you go to preview, and you go to there. Now, the trick is you can also do design stuff in your preview screen, which is really nice. But we'll learn how, we will follow directions. I know y'all are going to pass out when I just said that. And I'm going to do exactly what they say. Resizing fields. Often the fields you report may not be wide enough. So if you go back to the preview again, notice that, are some of these, yes, see professional touring bike? Those are cut. So it needs to be longer. Now, you can fix it from here, but we're going to do it from design view like they're telling us. So we're going to go to design view, click on materials description because that was the one that was too small.
Is that one? No, never mind.
You good?
No, I was just curious what little red deal is on the side, on the left side of the material.
I don't know.
Anyway, okay.
Have you figured that out? Tell me. All right, and then you'll slide to the right-hand side, and you'll get a, you should get a double arrow. Did y'all get a double arrow? If you get a double arrow, it'll make it bigger. And if you just got the plain arrow, like what I think I got stuck with, it moves it. I don't know that I can get a double arrow from this.
Oh, wait, no, I've got it under control over here.
She needs to wear tennis shoes.
I do. Let me get rid of control. Do you think she'll still hear? I bet she can still hear me from over there, huh? All right. All right. You should get a double arrow from here. Yes. And then you can make it out, and notice you can tell like where the how wide it is on the ruler, right? That makes sense. So you can look at that. You know, it needs to be something specific. And then if you go back to preview, then oh, see now y'all can't see it there. Oh my goodness, this is craziness. All right. So if you go back to preview, then you can tell that you can see the whole thing, and life is great, right? Hey, maybe I'll lose weight running back and forth. All right. Okay, so then, and then we go to preview, and it works, and life is grand. Look on page 13, and it says click a white area of your report to deselect everything. And it's all nicely spaced, and we're happy. So now we hit save, and then make sure you save onto your drive. And so this is something that you'll turn in. And honestly, y'all are just turning in stuff just so I have something to say, look, they worked. Okay? And you're going to save this as the way I tell you, last name, first initial, that way.
Okay. So
Underscore,
this file
GBI.
save as.
Uh-huh.
Okay, nothing crazy different.
Nothing
That's
crazy.
a little different.
And we're going to call it GBI Report 1. Okay? And make sure you navigate to where you want it before you hit save, the final save. And notice then that up at the top where it said Report 1 now says, oh, did I not change the name? I have a brain. I lost it though. It should be GBI Report. Correct? Yes.
GBI.
GBI Report 1. Alright, and then you notice on the top two tabs, or go start page or report 1 tab now says GBI Report 1, correct? That tab changed to there. Also, in your title bar at the very top, it has GBI Report 1. Okay? Yeah, good? Alright, so I keep going? Okay. To change the order of the fields, you can go to Design and click Material in the page header section. So click on Material, and notice that you get the 4 arrows. Okay, you really can grab and drag it and move it, but we're following the directions. So we're going to click on Control and click Material in the Details section also. So now you have it all. And then you can let go of it, now grab and drag it. And you got both parts now. And then drop it to the right of the material description section. And let go. Awesome. And mine did not cooperate. There we go. Okay, are y'all good? Alright. You're not having fun yet? Go to preview, and y'all can see how that rearranged it. See, it really is just like Access. Awesome. Drag the mouse around the fields to select all 4. So go back to Design View, and if you click up and to the left of Material Description, and then grab and drag all the way to the bottom right, it'll do a gold box around the whole thing. And now everything is selected and we're so very excited. And then press the left arrow key until they move all the way to the left-hand side.
Oh, I like that.
Cool? Yay! Then hit save.
Save it.
Yes, ma'am. And go to preview again. And life is grand, and we are so very excited. Okay? Combining files. Now we are going to use a separate field for the material code to be displayed along with material description. Crystal Reports provides the functionality to combine more than one field and/or text in a text object. This can improve the appearance of the report, and any unnecessary white space in a field is removed. So if you go to Design View, and then click on the Insert Text object, and on the Insert toolbar, and for me that's the bottom left-hand side. First icon on the bottom left-hand side. Y'all see that? It's 2 A's.
Okay.
Alright. Click on that. You have a plus sign, and you get to drag to create a text object in the details section to the right of material. So in the details section to the right of material, click and drag, and you can always resize. So just drag. Okay. You now need to, and if you put it in the wrong place, you can just click out and redo it. It'll go away. Now, double click inside, and your cursor should be in there. And we're going to grab material description from the Field Explorer. So go to the right hand side, find material description, and we're going to grab it and drag it and place it inside of that box. And then let go. And notice it automatically does the curly braces, right? And then hit space. Okay? And type an open parenthesis. And now drag plain old-fashioned material into the text object to there, and then let go. And it disappears, so it looks like something's happened, but it's there. You just have to trust and let it go. And then close your parenthesis. And if this worked correctly, you should have, and like mine, you can't see the whole thing, so I'm going to grab it out so y'all can see it. Material description, curly brace, material description in curly brace. Open parenthesis, open curly brace, material, close curly brace, close parenthesis. So just like math, whatever you open, you have to close. All right, are y'all good?
So mine's a little lower than it needs to be.
You can always grab and rearrange or resize.
I can move the whole box.
Yeah, yeah. So hit save.
Yeah.
How do you grab the whole box?
You should get the 4 arrows.
You have to click out and then click.
Yeah. Try grabbing it down. There you go. Slide it. Yeah. And you automatically get your lines like Office has just started doing. Cool. Okay. Now you can go to preview. Preview. And voila. Now notice, like, see some of mine are wrapping, so I'm obviously gonna have to make this a little wider, right? For me, did anybody else wrap also?
No, mine just cut it off.
Oh, yours cut it off?
Yeah.
Well, you can grab that and you can go ahead and do it from here. I'm sure he's gonna tell us later. But you can grab that and get the double arrow, not the 4 arrows, the double arrow over a sizing box and grab it out until it all fits on one line.
Each one individually?
No, you just have to do it to one. Whatever you do to one does it to them all. Oh, and actually those are our next directions on page 16. Resize the text object if required to include all data. Click design to display the design view if not already on this screen. So let's go back to design now. Oh, did y'all resize or y'all did?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to design view then, number 55. Insert a text object in the page header section above the existing text object. So click on the double A in the insert toolbar and then draw a text object in the page header section above. And I'm going to make it as long as the other. And you will type products. Okay? So you can type in it or put fields in it. Either way. Hit preview. And voila, we have products. Life is grand. Hit save. Now, there's really no need to have these two material descriptions and material fields, correct? So, if you go to Design View, click on Material Description. In the Details section, Control, click on Material, and hit Delete. Notice that it deletes the page header as well as the stuff in the details, right? And y'all could have used your arrow to select like we did earlier. Okay?
What deleted?
You should have deleted the first material and material description. Click on it one time, hit delete. Perfect. Okay? Go to Design View. Preview. And now you see all your stuff. That other stuff is gone. And hit save.
If we had done the delete on one of these columns, would it have deleted the whole column the same way in the preview?
It would if you'd been on the heading. I don't know about if you'd done the data. I don't know. But if you do it on the
when I
heading,
made
then
it,
yes,
when I made them all,
it did them all.
yeah, I did
Let
it
me
in the
try
middle of the list.
Let me try it. Yes, that works.
Awesome.
But you still have your, oh no, because we typed that title. So,
Yeah.
yeah, sweet. Yes, ma'am.
So we can do it either way. Okay.
Yeah, good question. All right, now sorting is kind of cool. Go to Design View. Move the remaining fields to the left. So select them both and move them to the left because that's going to look kind of weird if you're over there. All right. Now hit save again before we make a mess. Not that we'll mess anything up. In Design View, you want to click on the sorting option in the Experts toolbar, and that's on the bottom second toolbar. Whew, I can see so much better over here. So click on the Record Sort Expert, the A to Z button. Y'all good? All right. And we want to click on Material Description. Do you see that? Click on that one time to select that field. Then click on the Move Over. All right. And ascending is the default, and that's what we want. So click on OK. And then click Preview.
Huh?
Yay!
I love
Isn't that nice? and then hit save. I don't know about 35 million nice, but it is nice.
35 million.
My brother-in-law's plans buying, but not just one module, a lot of it. 35 million. Yeah.
35
5
million?
million.
Well, 5 million.
35
35.
million.
See, now those words just don't.
I know.
Well,
He goes, how much do you think we're paying? Well, I've been reading about this and I've seen $80,000. That's not $80,000 thinking of all that now. 35 million. I'm like, what?
How big is this building?
It's pretty big.
I mean, is it like gold?
No. That's why I was like, is it worldwide? He goes, no. I'm like, but
For that much, somebody ought to come in and do it for us with their own computer.
that's okay. I said, y'all need to hire my students because they're learning it. They can show y'all how to use
What's the name of that company?
LNG.
Oh,
LNG
wow.
in Freeport. Well, they have Houston too. They're in Houston also. So, y'all know, might be a place.
Well, you need to get on it and get a whole semester long course together, because,
Yeah. Well, this book I purchased would be a semester long course.
yeah, we're
book.
tapping our feet.
You told me I need to go faster?
No, not faster, just, well, in developing the course, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
you don't have to go faster.
Okay. Nobody else in this area has it, so I'm going faster than they
So
are.
awesome. I would come back for that.
Alright. Click the plus sign next. Okay, where are we?
We just
Should
say,
be grouping data now.
Did I get
On
out before I was
page
supposed to?
18, I think.
I did. Did I?
No, this
No,
is different.
Yeah.
Oh, this is different.
Number
Okay.
72.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Alright. The products are now sorted, save. Okay. So, grouping data. Thank you for getting me back home. Alright, to put it in groups. So, you want to click on that double stack thing. It's to the left of the A to Z. You see group experts? Yep. Alright, click on that. This is actually pretty cool. This time, you want to click on the plus sign next to the material group.
Down.
Yeah. And you want to choose material group description and move that one over.
Does it have an A after it?
Does it have an A? Yes.
No, I didn't.
Mine does. Did y'all's?
Description, mine just says material description.
No.
Oh, you chose the wrong one.
The wrong one. Scroll down a little bit more. Material group.
Oh,
Material group description. Now, there you go.
no, mine is not the same.
Alright, so then it says, repeat the process for product category description in the product category table. So click on the plus sign next to product category and then choose product category description and move that also. So notice that it's going to group by material group first, and within that it's going to group by product.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. Alright. Click on OK.
I think it's better than actually. Don't tell anybody else.
I won't. Hit save. And
It's incomplete.
did I skip something?
No, I did, I know what I did, I think.
Click OK. Go to preview. Okay, we're good, right?
Awesome.
Yes,
Now,
we are good.
I guess it is saved because it's not.
So click save from there. Oh, now it worked. When you hit save from the preview. The grouping of fields creates new sections for each grouping. Go to design. And you have group 1 name, group 2 name. And then on that page, the next page, it says, management's decided that rather than creating a product list, they changed their mind. So go to preview. And to the left of the preview tab, notice that the different sections are identified. We talked about that earlier. Report header, page header, you can tell group header 1, group header 2, correct? Drag standard price from the material table to the detail section, to any place. So, standard price from the material table, so let's go to material. Here's standard price to the detail section of any material, it doesn't matter. So we're just grabbing, we're gonna dump it in there, and voila, it spits it out for everything. It's kinda messy, but it's in there, right? Okay. Documenting the report. Oh, they're not gonna have us make it pretty yet. Okay.
Had a bunch of numbers,
Yeah.
but they're not.
Yeah, it's not pretty. They'll make it pretty here in a minute.
Why doesn't mine look like that?
Cause I didn't drag it all the way over.
Did you drag yours over?
Oh, I like the way yours looks.
Mine came out pretty, I think. I don't know what I did.
Really?
It's like 75. Well, no, yeah, look.
Did yours
75,
turn out pretty?
75, 50,
Yeah.
50, yeah.
I
Yours
can't
did
tell you
turn
what
out
I
pretty.
did,
So did Kelsey's.
but I don't think I drag it all the way over.
She did something else.
Okay, well let me hit undo. Because I
How
don't
do you
remember mine
undo?
being that ugly.
Control Z. Hush, I was gonna ask. Sorry.
Hey, the difference is that you and I drag all the way into the stuff, and they drag and drop on the page.
Okay.
And they don't show us an example of what they want it to look like.
Okay, so.
They were right. Drag and drop it on the page, not actually inside the stuff.
There it is, and okay, you drag it and drop it wherever you want the column to fall.
Uh-huh.
That's why I don't like the column down.
But you can always move it too.
I think it's easier to delete it, you know.
All right.
Lovely, awesome. I'm
All
all
right. Page 21, number 80. Go to File, and then Summary Info. And Document Properties, and you want to put in author is going to be your name. Keywords is GBI product prices. I'm supposed to interview the 2 people who do all the SAP stuff at my husband's plant this week to find out exactly what they used and how they used it, so I can gear towards what people are doing with it for y'all too. And then also they'll know that we're teaching it, you know, so they'll hire y'all too.
You're gonna interview them?
Yeah.
Are these people that say they know it or say that they're gonna learn it?
Well, like one lady does all of the purchasing for their plants, and then the other guy is all the what do you call it? Merchandise control. You know what I'm talking about? And they are a worldwide corporation, so
Acquisition.
yeah, something like that. Alright, and then say okay if you type in the title. Life is grand. And look at your title bar, now it changed to GBI product prices. Did y'all see that? Alright, currently your report has limited formatting, so we're gonna make it pretty now. Number 83 on page 21 says, click design to display the design view. Click the plus sign next to special fields. That is on the right-hand side in your Field Explorer. And I'm going to collapse my database fields because all of that expanding just drives me crazy. So plus sign next to special fields. and grab report title, so the R's, and drag it to the page report header and drop it.
Up in the corner or anywhere or what?
Yeah, just stick it in the center. You can fix it here in a minute. Hit preview and you can see where it's at. And now you can format the report title. So we're going to right click GBI product list. Right click. Oh, did I type the wrong thing in?
GBI product price list.
I typed GBI product prices.
Oh.
Ay.
Close enough.
Close enough for government work, right?
Yeah.
GBI product price list, but I don't want it confusing. All right. So right click GBI product price list and select form field. Format field. Display the format editor. And the font size is going to be 24. So go to font, change it to size 24. Change the color to blue. I love the way they spell color.
Looks like you always call it.
And then say okay. And notice that it's a little small, so you can grab and drag the sizing handles down so it's wide enough and out to the right. However you need, you can move it to center. Just do what it takes to make it pretty. Alright. Then it says format the word products to underline. Now this is kind of cool. Right click product or click on products and hit the U. And it automatically goes to products and to standard price. Did y'all see that?
Wait, what? My standard price was already on.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but it was.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
Click on the word products in the design view. And then click the U for underline. And it should underline products and standard price.
Wait, where's standard price?
Oh, switch to, how about this? Switch to preview. My bad. Switch to preview. Now try it. Oh, your heading didn't come over with you. Okay. I wonder why. Very interesting. I wonder if. What if we just click up there and do a text box? Would that do it? I'll put up here with products. I think it'll go away if you just click off of it. Yeah. Oh, and then grab it up to products. Up to right there. Try that. Continue. Sweet. Okay, so now try to underline the U. Oh, did that work?
No.
Okay, click on products and do it from there. It doesn't like shortcuts.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
Control U.
Almost on. Okay. Alright. Write it in. You'll notice that the column headings are not horizontally aligned, so click Products first to select it. Hold the Control, click Standard Price, and align bottoms. Then select Align and then Bottoms. So go to right click, and Align and choose Bottoms. Okay. When you apply formatting to a field in a section, the formatting applies to all fields in that section. Right-click Accessories. The word Accessories, field group 1 name. And you want to go to Format Field. Choose Border. Drop Shadow. And then click OK. Awesome. You now need to format the standard price to display currency. So right click, standard price, select format field. The format editor dialog, you want to display currency symbol, so click there. Fixed or floating, and y'all know fixed is where it's,
What happened?
I don't know. Fixed is the accounting format, and the floating is like the normal currency where it gets bigger and smaller depending on. That's interesting. Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Say okay. And now we have dollar signs. Life is great. Insert a graphic. So, number 1 of 4. Click the picture sign. It looks like a little house on the bottom toolbar.
How cute.
Yeah. And then navigate to the student directory. Not library. Where is our directory? OPED. Data. Let's say GBI. And then notice that the box follows you around. So they don't really tell you where to put it. I'm going to put it on the top right hand side in the report header section. And notice how mine screwed over to the next page. So I need to, and that's kind of like what Visio does, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm going to slide to the right and we work it. And then you can always, if you want your GBI product price somewhere else, you can do that. You know, whatever makes y'all happy.
Neat.
Go to preview to see the changes in your report. Oops, I kind of did that all.
Oh, I did it all in preview.
So did I? Oh well. And on the right hand side, okay, on the next page it says test your skills, create another report. Do y'all want that to be homework? Or do y'all want to do the other stuff I told you? Okay, do the other stuff I told you because I liked that.
Just looking at it.
No, there's actually the other stuff I told you. Yeah, do the first 2 sections.
Wait, what do you mean what's the section?
That's what's on G Drive or just?
No,
No.
on SAP.
Okay, what do you mean by the section? Because she pulled up the
Let me show you.
initial product tutorials. Okay, key concepts here, but what does she mean by section? Key concepts is one section.
Key concepts and getting started. Good question. I'm glad you asked that. Do these 2 sections and attach the stuff we just did. And that'll be your grades for this week. So everybody should be making hundreds. All right. And then next,
How are we gonna show that we did these? Is it just-
you might have to do a screenshot.
Should we just like screenshot each video and put it in the Word?
Maybe the end of it. Oh, that's a good idea. Screenshot the end of each video. Put it into Word, label it, what's new, navigate, create, maybe? And just do a small screenshot at the end of each?
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
So we're only doing the first two sections?
Yeah, so key concepts and getting started.
Okay, do I have to have 2010 on my computer just to do the videos? Or can I get onto the website to do the videos?
But to click around and do the stuff they say, you have to have.
Okay.
Yes.
We
You have to have
the
SAP installed.
from the G
G
drive,
drive.
install it on our computer, and then we can do the assignment, right?
Uh-huh.
Or we can do the assignment right here.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Now,
gonna understand.
And I mean, y'all are gonna have to tell me how this works or not, because let me show you. They don't give you files for this. So you click on that, you go to view document.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. And then you hit play.
Crystal Reports 2011 builds on the powerful reporting features of Crystal Reports 2008, while introducing new features of interest to standalone report designers and application. Crystal
Okay.
Reports
Now see, this is the
2011
thing.
introduces a new
It
reporting
doesn't
report
actually
format
give you
using
files,
the
so
RTTR file
it lets
extension.
you click through
This
stuff.
format allows you to protect your investment and secure the intellectual property within
So
your
if it-
reports. It
so
also
maybe
prevents
you can do what
reports
you're
from being
saying.
modified after distribution.
Okay, I'm so
Reports
confused.
saved using the
You can't
RTTR
actually
format
do
cannot.
anything.
Okay, I understand that, but we can just.
So maybe you can just go to the website and do it from.
Listen, so just listen to it. I would really, I really would like y'all to like pull up the stuff we just did and just click around. You doing, because if you just sit and listen to it, you're gonna fall asleep and not remember anything. So, but there's no way I can tell what y'all did. So, so that's. I mean, y'all are doing this because you want to learn it. So I would suggest.
Well, because I don't have 2010, I have 2013, so I can't do this at home.
Okay.
So.
Right.
And I can't even get to the G drive either way, so.
Well, I can get it for you.
Yes, okay.
I can get it for you. That's
yeah,
no problem.
but I don't have it at home, like I can't install this at home.
Okay.
So you have to do it from here.
So you can do it from here, or you can just listen to them, but you're not going to learn as well without clicking around and actually doing what they're saying. Because if you're like me, I zone out. If I'm not actually doing what they're saying, I'm a tactile.
Yeah.
I won't remember what I did.
Well, I can do it and remember it, I just can't do it at home.
But you can do it here. It's on all 6 of these computers for y'all, just for y'all. All right. You're stuck? All right. Let me turn off the recording. Where's the recording? Y'all saw it. It was recording, right? Oh, here it is. That was scary.